This is the Talk Wrestling Radio Network. All the wrestling with none of the ego.
Jabba Radio. Jabba Radio. Jabba Radio. Wrestling podcast featuring Rom and Bomber and Rab and the one, the only, Peanut. Jabba Radio.
They expect wrestling, and we just talk about boobs. Stuff in my throat. Lots of guys just down there.
Great Khali will appreciate every fan. Ray's he is the worst champion.
Oh my god,
Fuck Ray. He is the worst champion. Hey everybody, this is Jabba Radio episode 12. Yep, you hear my voice because Peanut is worthless and told us to schedule the podcast on today and has not signed on or talked to us at all lately. So yep, we're doing the podcast right now. It's St. Patrick's Day, and I'm here with Rab and Matt. What's going on? We're just going to... Wait, did I just say... Yeah, Rab and Matt. Here we go. Zion, what's up, dude?
It's St. Patrick's Day?
It is. The day we're recording this, it is St. Paddy's Day.
Oh my god, I had no fucking idea. That's legitimate confusion coming from me, so I feel stupid now.
There we go. Yep. And what's going on, Rab? Do you know it's St. Paddy's Day?
I'm wearing green. I went out to lunch earlier, and people asked me if I was going to get drunk, and I said no because I'm straight edge, and then they looked at me weird.
Okay. That sounds about
you're one
right.
of those.
One of those guys.
I am one of those guys, which is the opposite of Matt Zion.
You walk around with your wrists taped up and with red X's on your fists?
I do because I'm better than you.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, we just got Matt Zion up. He's on the...
Oh, man, I'm tired as fuck. Yeah, I woke up, I took a big poop. To be perfectly honest, I forgot we were doing this today. I just checked my Facebook messages and saw it, and I went, oh, yeah, let me poop, and then we'll do this.
Yep.
And if anyone's wondering why I sound so down and stuff, it's because I'm desperately in love with Matt Zion, and he doesn't return the love. Like, he says he loves me, but he doesn't show it.
I'm not actually gay. If I was gay, you'd have a chance. Like, legitimate chance, but, you know.
It doesn't hurt any less.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. When you're putting in the pooper, that hurts a lot. That's a one-way ticket, bro.
I mean, how do you know this? You know what's going on there?
Well, yeah, I mean, like when you put a dick in a ass, it hurts. I assume. I mean,
you assume. Okay.
Well, because one time I had what do you call it? Like
the story's getting weird.
I had like a little like thingy-maboober in my pooper, so I went and had this like old Indian doctor stick her fingers up there to see if I was all good in the hood, and I was all good in my hood. But it was a really weird experience having them slowly slide me into like, oh, we got Indian lady now.
Hold on. When you say Indian lady, are we talking...
Oh yeah, she was hardcore Indian lady, but she was exploring my insides.
Okay.
Did you guys make small talk first? Like, did she offer you dinner? Or...
Yeah, no, we did. Well, I'm good like that because I have a history of, since I did the testicular cancer deal, I'm like odd situations in hospitals doesn't bother me. So, I remember one time I had a random old doctor dude grabbing my balls, and I was just like, so, how's the weather?
Wow.
That's how it goes, bro.
I can see that being a problem. But anyway.
But hey, Rab, if you ever want to put your fingers in my butt, you're more than allowed, just not your penis.
Okay.
Well, that's very selfish of you.
I know it's selfish, but I'm giving you something.
I mean, I'll give a reach around.
Something's better.
I'm a giving guy.
Oh God, I can't even imagine that. How does that work? I just giggle the whole time, like
logistically.
Yeah, I would giggle. Yeah, I can't imagine penis and butt. It's funny to me.
I can just see you getting pounded, just giggling the whole time.
Yeah.
I wonder if there are any gay listeners that are really mad at us right now.
No, trust me.
Or getting turned on, one of the two.
No, they're getting so turned on right now. They're writing fan fiction of Rab and Rabbie.
Wow. But
hey Rab, you're looking really good tonight. Yeah, Ram, I know. Boom, boom, boom.
Dear God in heaven. Well, let's talk.
It's funny because we actually have a gay member of the podcast and he's not here.
That's true.
Yeah, Peanut would have been offended.
he would have been silent as usual, until he chimes in with his little witty transitions. Mm-hmm. Which is what I was trying to do, but there's no way for me to transition from fingers in the butt. Can't really go into the next thing with that, really. But so we're just gonna start talking about wrestling. We came up with a couple things we were gonna talk about like 3 seconds ago. And let's talk about this guy that Matt Zion actually is in love with, Fandango.
You said it wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, you did not say his name right, and until you do, we will not talk about him.
Fuck that. I'm already starting to get pissed off with that.
Bomber. If you don't say his name right, I'm not kidding. Rab, right?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it if you don't say his name right.
We're not talking about him until you say his name right.
All right.
Like, we're not even continuing.
All right.
Nope.
All right.
I will not speak again until you speak his name correctly.
All right, here we go. Pause, here we go.
That wasn't bad. Okay.
That wasn't bad at all, I don't think.
That was fantastic.
That was pretty good.
I kind of whispered that. I don't know why I whispered it.
That's good.
It was sensual.
Yeah, it was. You really meant it.
I've actually practiced that
great.
for hours.
I've literally been saying that because it's so entertaining.
I did it at the restaurant like 2 hours ago. we're me and my fiance are getting married soon. We're just talking about like, yeah, what are we gonna name our kids and stuff. Maybe an F name. And yeah, she made a mistake picking the letter F.
Jesus. But yeah, I know a lot of people are starting to get pissed off though with his like delay and everything. It's starting to get a little old. Some people
No, it's not.
I don't know.
I do think it is getting a little old. I don't. They've done this too many times recently. They did it with Damian Sandow not too long ago.
No.
Oh, you guys aren't good enough to see my debut and move on.
Yeah, no, they're not good enough though, Rab.
No, like first 5 or so times, or however many, first couple times, I was like, dude, this guy is gonna be awesome. But yeah, it's kind of like wearing on me a little bit. I'm excited. You guys already know who he is, like the Curtis or whatever his name was.
Johnny Curtis.
Yeah, I haven't seen him perform before, and I like what he's going with.
Johnny Curtis is not a bad wrestler. Mm-hmm. He's not anything super special either, but he's not bad. He's a good hand. But he's got charisma, man. He's got it. He can perform.
Yeah, the creepy stalker angle that he does is that's what I assume that's what this is going to be, because at first it seemed like they were really just going to go with him being like a dancer, but then now his voice has gotten a lot creepier, and also the fact that he's like hitting on Naomi and stuff. And he's spectacular. Although, what was up with Hip Hop Hippo? I like how he's officially the Hip Hop Hippo again.
Yeah, they haven't even talked about it. Like, it just happened.
Yeah, all of a sudden he went from like Tensai guy who beat CM Punk and John Cena in 2 weeks back to back to Hip Hop Hippo.
To be fair, who cares?
They're calling him, I guess like his official name now is Sweet Tea, right?
Sweet Tea, yeah, Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea.
He had another name change.
Sweet Tea.
Wow.
Man with the most names in WWE I've ever heard of in my life.
He's also the only person I can think of who's had 2 names where part of the name is just his shortened name.
Yeah.
Sweet Tea is short for Tenzai, A-Train short for Albert.
Yeah, and then they had Prince Albert and they shortened it to Albert.
Yeah, I got a question for you too, because you were really big on Tensai coming when he came back and stuff. You still digging him with this whole little shit that's going on now? Or are you getting pissed?
Which one of us?
Zion.
I don't even remember.
Were you not like super?
No. I hated him at first because I hated his outfit they made him wear and like his slow entrance and stuff. Mm-hmm. But in the ring, I thought he was great, especially when he had his first match with Sheamus. I thought that was like.
Oh yeah, that was a really good match.
Oh my god, that totally
just beat the shit out of each other for a while.
Yeah, that won me over because he's using the Japan strong style. But you know what wins me over even more? The Hip Hop Hippo.
Oh my god.
Does he still have the stuff on his face?
Yeah, he still does the stuff on his face. It's weird.
Is that real or is that fake?
I like it when the people on Twitter will ask him if that's real, and he responds with yes. But come on.
I guess
well, maybe it's real.
Not.
I don't know.
It's not. But back to
they should just lose it. Who cares?
Fandango. He's
I
can't wait to see him wrestle. But I think they're smart in this regard. Like Damian Sandow, they shouldn't have done that type of thing with him because he can actually wrestle. But Fandango's not really like the greatest wrestler on the planet, so I think it's better. He's not awful, but he's not.
I don't think it's a liability. Is my point.
Yeah, but I think it's better to get people accustomed to his character so that they'll be invested in him before they throw him in the ring because he's just okay.
I kind of wish he didn't have that dancer girl with him.
Yeah, well, I wish it'd be fun if like one day like he starts dancing out and she just like doesn't come out, but he still pretends that she's there. And she just becomes like an invisible persona.
Is she like from somewhere else, or is she like completely new? I haven't seen
I
her
think she's
before.
completely new. I don't
I've
think
never
she
seen her
was
before. I think that
developmental or
she's some
anything.
dancer that they hired to dance in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I mean, she hasn't spoken. She hasn't done anything but do her little dance. So
Yeah.
That's fine.
just hire some dancer for like 6 months to dance in front of the guy.
Yeah, because she's probably getting paid amazing money.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing. I don't know when the fuck he's gonna debut, but I think I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in the ring. I really like his little creepy I really like the voice. You can just tell while he's talking that he's like starting to get like he's comfortable pretty much already.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
you
mean-
noticed he went from like normal Johnny Curtis voice to like super creepy Johnny Curtis within 1 week. Like development or creative must have come to him and just been like, "Hey, we really like the little parts of your promos where you're acting all creepy. Just do that all the time."
And then at that point, he thought, that's what I was doing for like 2 years, and you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
like,
I know.
now you're gonna be a dancer.
Wait, you were with our company for 2 years?
He's been there longer than that, right?
No, I know. I'm just saying, like,
NXT 2 or something.
what was it? It was. I remember reading that. It was Stevie Richards had a feud with was it
Stevie.
D'Lo Brown on Heat for like 2
Right.
years because they remember they called it Stevie Night Heat.
Stevie Night Heat.
Oh my
And
God.
I remember Stevie saying that he came to like Stephanie McMahon or something and talked about like doing like a match with D'Lo or something like that on Raw, and she's like, I haven't watched Sunday Night Heat in 2 years, so she didn't even know what he was doing on
Yeah.
there.
The head of creative.
Yeah, had no idea. Never watched Heat, didn't care. You know, like that's the kind of company you're running.
Sounds about
And,
right.
and it still makes TNA sound like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
TNA. TNA's TNA. They're gonna be TNA forever. By the way, did you guys watch the pay-per-view? Well, that was kind of a stupid question.
No,
Yeah, absolutely not.
That was a stupid question.
Of course not. Although that could have been another one of our topics, though. The Bully Ray turns after
is
being beat up
Aces
for
and
like
Eights,
a year by them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in the Aces and Eights, and that's stupid.
Although it's not a bad decision now. Like
terrible
if you
decision.
ignore everything that's been happening for the past year, I like him
that's-
in that position because I like him. But it's like really like they like beat the shit out of you for a year, and
It
in
was all in their
situations
plan.
like. And well, it was in situations. It wasn't even just like little beat ups here and there. It was situations where they could have like ended his life sometimes. And all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. I said they should do that. I'm Bully Ray." Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Are you surprised though? Are you really
No, I
surprised?
called it when the second that they said it was Hogan. Hogan said it was Bully Ray versus Jeff Hardy at the pay-per-view. I'm like, yeah, Bully Ray is definitely the leader. That's it.
Yeah, you can't have two of their top face guys going.
Yeah.
Some
Or
bullshit
you know
like
what doesn't make any sense about the Aces and Eight thing is why is Devon not the vice president of the
that.
organization?
I've heard that.
It's
Yeah,
D'Lo Brown. What the fuck does D'Lo Brown do?
dude,
Hey,
D'Lo
he's,
is
hey, he's
badass.
the real deal.
I love
He's
D'Lo Brown. By
Does
the
he
way.
even wrestle anymore?
Probably not. No.
Then why
just
is
saying-
he the vice president?
I remember him and.
Because he's the real deal.
Do you guys remember? Well, I don't know how long you've been watching TNA, but do you remember him and AJ Styles as the tag team champions?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome. They actually had really good matches.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, except that AJ was 10 times the wrestler that D'Lo was, and he was just carrying his ass through the ring.
Of course,
But
AJ is going to carry anybody that he's.
yeah, I still
Not-
am surprised
well,
that
not
TNA
for-
doesn't make like AJ their like main focus and they're basically like their like Stone Cold Steve Austin or their Rock because AJ is fucking spectacular.
Yeah, he just can't talk well.
Who cares?
I mean, he's okay.
Does it really matter? I don't think he needs to talk. Fucking Ryback doesn't talk, and he seems to be doing just fine.
True, but he does. He's like a little fucking jobber. Not jobber, but like.
Well, they made him that way though.
Looks like, yeah. I don't know.
They made him that way. Yeah, but like, so what were your problems with Bully Ray then, there, Rabbithan?
What? I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I thought you said you didn't like him then.
You don't like Bully Ray?
I didn't say I didn't like Bully Ray.
Oh, well, okay, you don't like him as the leader. of
No,
Ace-
no. I just don't like. Yeah, I don't like. That they wasted a year of everyone's time.
Who would? Oh yeah. Well, who would you have put as the leader though?
No one. I would have finished the angle forever.
The cheap way out. I just would have finished.
I would
I
have
think-
just.
I think it's weird that Ken Anderson is like a nobody in that group, even
He
though he's like a
is-
main event guy.
No, why is he still wrestling?
Because he's
I don't
great.
know.
No.
It's not anymore.
He was good as Mr. Kennedy when he first started.
He's fantastic.
No,
He's not very good at wrestling, but
no, he's not. He's good, kind of good on the mic, but he just.
he's charismatic. The man's got charisma.
It's just like that's the only example I remember of a guy being so unsafe in the ring that every promotion will use him, but they won't really use him.
Yeah, man.
At least him and Orton buried the hatch, right? I think they did on Twitter.
I have no idea if they did or not.
Yeah, I think they did, because I was pretty sure that Kennedy like basically said he was like sorry, and Orton was like, it's in the past, like we'll let it go, but I'm never gonna wrestle you ever again, you unsafe piece of shit.
This is coming from, you said Orton now?
Yeah, it was Orton, because you know why Kennedy got released.
Yeah, he got released because Orton just like was bitching because Kennedy was gonna kill him at some point.
See,
he gave Orton a back body drop, and he didn't protect him. He basically almost landed Orton on like flat on his neck. I was there for that match live. It was on a Raw.
Well, he popped his fucking shoulder out.
Kennedy came back. It was just his neck. He just gave him a really, really unsafe ass backdrop, and then he was released the next day with this big return. And then they were like, "Hey, you're fired."
Damn.
Well, a bunch of stuff happened like at the same time with him.
I think it was just the backdrop.
Where it was that had something to do with it.
No,
I think
it was
the
100%. Kennedy had no idea his release was coming.
I think the fact that he had just come back from being suspended for steroids.
Yeah.
Right after he was being used as the WWE's mouthpiece about how they don't all use steroids.
Yeah.
You don't remember that? They had him on Fox News. They had him on MSNBC. They had him everywhere talking about the wellness program. And then he got tested for steroids. Yeah.
Nope.
Sounds about right though.
Yeah. Orton does it though, and he's secure in a job forever.
Are you sure? I mean, he's not like built.
Orton's violated.
Yeah,
he's had the policy violated twice.
And
I thought that was drug policy, not.
And supposedly a third time that they buried.
Yeah, well, because they didn't want to fire him.
I thought that was a drug policy, not a drug violation, not like
No, it was steroids. He was on their list. He was on their list. I think the same exact fucking list that Kennedy was on, but he didn't stay suspended for nearly as long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Randy Orton. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can go talk shit about Kelly gangbanging John Cena and a bunch of other wrestlers, and the next day he's fine.
Does he even have a match at WrestleMania?
Orton? Yeah, he's gonna be in the Shield. Shield match.
Jesus.
I'm surprised that the Shield's getting a WrestleMania match. That's awesome for them, especially like Ambrose. That's great.
Yeah, it is good. It's kind of just a grab bet. Like, we got these guys, don't know what to do with them, so we're just gonna throw them in a match. Like, far as like, in them.
Although it doesn't make any sense why Ryback just all of a sudden was like, hey, after 6 months of wanting to destroy you, I finally found a team that can destroy you. Never mind, I'm going to go fight Mark Henry.
Oh, my God. That match? I don't know. I can't.
Well, I mean, that'll be fine. I honestly doubt he can pick up Mark Henry. And he's just had problems picking up, like, Tensai.
I've heard that was, like, Tensai's fault, though.
No, he didn't sandbag him though. He picked him up the previous night, like fine. Like he fought him on, fought him on SmackDown, and then next week he fought him on Raw. Well, on SmackDown he picked him up for his finisher just fine, but then on Raw he couldn't fucking pick him up for the life of him.
Yeah.
If Ryback can pick up Henry, he's gonna have to do it really quick. Like
I'm
that match.
I saw Ryback, pick up a sofa over his head. So. I think
Mark Henry's a lot heavier than a sofa, Rab.
Yeah, the sofa that weighed like fucking 10 pounds is made of cardboard.
That was a solid. I saw the thunk when it hit the ground. No, that was a solid sofa.
Yeah, it fell apart.
I think the match will last a minute though, because otherwise he's gonna get blown up, and he's no way he's gonna be able to pick him up.
That reminds me, I want to talk about this real quick. The whole Miz. Did you guys watch Raw with the Miz TV and everything? No, it was a highlight reel. Sorry, highlight reel.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Yeah,
that was painful.
Is this going to be like a thrown together? I'm afraid this is going to be like a thrown together WrestleMania match as well.
Well, what are they going with? Are they doing Jericho versus Barrett, or are they doing Miz versus Barrett?
I think they're probably going to do. I know they're having a triple threat match on Raw coming up, which by the time you listen to this, it's already happened. But I think they're going to end up. That somehow is going to be a dirty finish, whatever, and they're going to have. I'm thinking they're going to go with a triple threat.
I'd rather just see Jericho versus Barrett. I like the whole, like, hey, I could be a 10-time Intercontinental Champion, and Barrett being like, oh, no, you cannot.
Well, then what are they going to do with Miz then, though?
Fuck Miz. Who cares?
You say who cares, but they can't.
No, they don't.
He's Ric Flair's fucking...
No, they don't care. They wouldn't have sent him to go film a movie for several months and given him time off if they cared about him.
That movie looks so bad.
Yeah, it does.
I saw clips from it.
They do just keep giving him Miz TV things, so...
I saw clips.
They
it looked like
keep putting Miz TV on. I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Jericho Barrett though, I want to see that. Jericho Barrett Miz, I don't want to see that.
Just anything with the Miz, no.
Because Miz is awful. He's a really good heel, and at least like his character as a heel is good. But then they just took away his good character, and now he's nothing. He can't
Yeah,
wrestle,
he's-
and his
he's
character
terrible.
sucks.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
terrible.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've done this already where I was like, hey, everyone remember I thought I said that he'd be a good face? Well, I was wrong.
Nope. Oh,
He's a
you're
bad
totally
face.
wrong. It's because
Yeah,
he
I
has
was
no idea what
completely
he's
incorrect.
doing.
Nope. He is legit one of the one-sided. He can't do both. He can't play both rules really well.
Mm-mm.
He just needs to stick to one.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the shit babyface stuff he's working with ain't working.
If he ever turns heel again, though, he could just come out wearing like Maurice t-shirts and like have like her Playboy pictures in his hand and just be like, "I'm having sex with this, and you're not."
That is the one.
Immediately everyone will boo him. Yeah.
That is the one thing he has going for him right there.
Oh, she is
Holy
so
shit.
smoking hot. I wish she would come back, but it won't.
Supposedly they actually just recently offered her a contract and she said
Yeah.
no.
Really?
Yeah, because she's smart. She
Well,
doesn't
yeah.
want her
Why?
life
Why
taken
did? Well, first off, why would she need to come back? She's already married. She's already getting married to the Miz. The Miz is making all the money.
Yep. She
Unlike the
doesn't
Bella
have shit.
twins. who
She doesn't. Well, yeah. Well, she doesn't need. She just doesn't need the job. And I mean, did you see the engagement ring she got?
I did not. assume it's
It's
big.
absurd. It's absurdly huge.
It's like one of the it looked like brass knuckles covers
When I went ring shopping,
Mm-hmm.
I did not see anything. I saw like everything they had, and nothing was nearly as big as the fucking ring that Miz got Maurice.
You felt like less of a man.
I did, and I just remember thinking like he must have spent so much money, just like thank you for being with me. Just
Oh,
I don't know how this happened, but please stay.
that's exactly what he needs to do.
I don't know how this happened, but thank you for blowing me right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is not on the receiving end of anything. He is dishing it out.
I miss, it's like what was it, Saving Silverman, where like he goes down on her and he's like, "Is it my turn?" No, and she just goes to sleep. Miz is like the bitch.
Yeah, I can see that.
I would be fine with that if I was to be perfectly honest.
Frickin' Maurice, I miss her because it's not even just because she's hot. I miss her because it was her facial expressions. I thought she had some of the best facial expressions for all of the Divas division.
I'd like to give her a facial expression.
Oh my god, I think we all would.
Now,
Hey, we did it. Wait, her boobs are nice. See, we did it.
yes,
Her boobs are spectacular.
We
fit it in.
we did. We talked about boobs. There you go.
She has kind of a weak ass though.
Really?
I don't
if you
think I've
look at
ever
some of
noticed.
If you ever looked at some of her pictures though, she's got like a flat white girl ass. So
Well, she's
I
a
don't know.
white girl.
Well, I don't care though. I want a little booty in my bounce. Would it be bouncing my booty? I don't know.
You want a little booty and you'll bounce.
I'm not black, so I don't really know how that stuff works.
Oh, that's not racist at all. But anyway, what were we talking about? We were talking about WrestleMania.
Nope.
No. Okay, we were talking about
Fandango. We kind of got off topic.
Oh, Fandango.
This is what happens when we have no Peanut here.
Oh yeah, Peanut. He usually says something. Okay, so basically, you know what? We are going to talk about WrestleMania now. Kind of, sort of. We're going to talk about a match that's going to lead into WrestleMania, or that's going to happen at WrestleMania. God damn, where's Peanut at? We're going to be talking about Rock. No, not Rock. We're going to be talking about CM Punk and Undertaker.
There you go. I helped you.
I was gonna let you find your way.
I was going to get there eventually, I think. But yeah, this past week last week we lost Paul Bearer, who was not on our death pool, on our wrestler death pool, by the way.
To be fair, not a wrestler.
True, but I think
he should have counted. We would have counted it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, any managers or anything like that would have counted. Yeah, totally eligible. But nobody had him, so it moves on.
To be fair, Dave Bautista's next.
Dave Bautista could very well be next. He just got signed to a movie to play a superhero though, or something.
If you ever meet him,
Dead
Rabbie,
man.
walk up and be like, "Dave, why aren't you dead yet? I have you on my wrestling pool.
Just kick the bucket.
Just die for me, please."
But yeah. So you guys, I assume, watched the main event. Did you watch Kane and Punk?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you know Kane was going to win? Obviously, going into it, I assume.
I'll let Rab start it off.
No, I was kind of surprised that Kane won, but
Me too.
I didn't think it was that big a deal. That a lot of people are saying you can't have him lose to Kane, and I get that, but I didn't think it was that big a deal because he got distracted by the thing.
Yeah. Hey, I think they just did it because it was just Paul Bearer. If that hadn't happened, then Punk would have won, guaranteed.
Well, if that didn't happen, it wouldn't have even been a thing.
But it doesn't even matter anyway because Punk's gonna lose Undertaker, so who cares?
Huh? Sorry, my girlfriend was leaving. I was talking to her real quick.
What a
Awesome.
I'm
Classic
sorry.
Peanut.
No, not falling into that role.
Classic Peanut. Did you go to the bathroom? Were you playing guitar?
No,
Fall
she's
asleep.
sleeping. I was like saying bye.
Did you fall asleep?
No, I was just saying that, like, regardless of
Is
the
your girlfriend
outcome.
named Jessica?
Oh my god.
Yes, it is.
Regardless
Okay,
of the outcome, that Punk's losing to Undertaker, so it doesn't matter. Like, none of this matters.
Oh.
None of their build-up. They could have had Undertaker and Punk playing cards backstage every single week, and it wouldn't have changed anything.
It does matter because one of those are, entertaining, and one of them's not.
Well, I don't know. I'm not very
You don't like
entertained
Punk?
by
You
any
don't
of
think
this
he's
stuff.
entertaining?
Not really. No, I don't. I just every time that this happens, I keep thinking like, why isn't CM Punk going to be in the main event of WrestleMania?
That's probably what he's thinking right now.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, they gave him the second best thing you could do, but still, why isn't he in the main event? That's what really troubles me. Why are we gonna have to sit through the same fucking match that was mediocre last year? That's gonna be even worse this year.
I still say that was not a bad match last year.
I said mediocre. I didn't say bad. Mediocre is different. It just went through the like if they could have played it as safe as possible so that neither guy got hurt, even though Rock ended up getting hurt in the match. That's what they did. They didn't take any chances. They just did a generic normal match.
Well, he was hurt though, wasn't he? I mean,
Yeah, well, Rock got hurt like halfway through the match. Cena went for that leg drop off the top that he's awful at doing, and Rock was too far.
I don't know why they do that thing. Maybe they do it because it looks like it hurts. Because it does look like it hurts because it probably hurts because it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a pile driver. It just looks dangerous and wrong.
Yeah, it does. But like I just every time they play like a Rock Cena promo or anything, even though that build up on Raw was pretty good. I like the video, even though they stole that song from another build up that they had done before. It's just why? Like why? I don't. It's so fucking blatantly obvious that Cena's winning. It's like this time it's like it's obvious. There's
True.
no other way. And if they do swerve you, then they're idiots because they're making their top draw guy look like shit.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean,
No, we said that last time. Like we have ourselves on tape saying that last time.
That's fine, but again, though, they made a mistake last time, as far as I'm concerned. Because really, did Rock really need to beat John Cena the last time? No. Did Cena need to beat Rock? Yeah.
The mistake was having the match last time. I'm sorry, but you can't have. Like I was saying it last time. Like it's gonna be bad when Cena wins at WrestleMania in Miami. Like it's gonna be bad.
It is gonna be bad,
Yeah.
but come on. I mean, it's the whole idea of like WrestleMania main events back to back. I know where they were going with it. That it sounds like, oh, that's never really been done before, except for Bret Hart and Yokozuna. But like, it's never been done before. Like, let's do it. It's gonna be so epic. No, it's not, because there's no like dynamics between these two. There's none
Yeah,
of
they're
it.
not very good in the ring together.
It's not just that either. It's their promos and stuff too. Besides that first night where Rock talks shit about him, like for the most part, Cena usually runs circles around Rock because I don't think Rock's nearly as good on the mic.
anymore.
Yeah.
When he was edgy, when all that stuff was new.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know about anymore. I don't think he's any worse or better. I just think his style doesn't fit very well in the modern age.
Yeah, I thought Punk and Rock's promo stuff was actually way better. Yet their in-ring stuff was even worse. It's kind of weird. Like Rock needs a very specific kind of person to wrestle, otherwise it just kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
Thought. Like I don't even know who on the roster could Rock face where he would
I
have
was
good
going to say the
chemistry.
same thing. I have no idea who he is.
Because if you can't have good chemistry against Cena, which I will say, Cena can work with anybody and have a decent match.
Yeah,
and if you can't have a good match against Punk, like you're in trouble. I don't know.
Yeah,
who to fight.
I was thinking the same thing. I have no idea who I would want to watch him fight.
Yeah,
God.
I do not know. I'd like to see him fight like mid-card guys would be nice. Oh, don't even get me started on that. If they really make us sit through Brock Lesnar versus The Rock at WrestleMania 30, two part-time guys for their biggest show, like in the every 10 years, that's just.
Hey, 2 seconds. Hey, I'll be right back. My dog is whining. 2 seconds, okay?
I don't care. I'll talk to Rab then.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said keep it up. I'll be back.
Okay, Peanut, we'll do that.
Fuck you guys. First time I've ever left.
Though. Don't fall asleep. Don't have a power outage.
All right. He's not taking a shit on my carpet. Basically, is why I'm preventing this.
I think you should just let him shit on your carpet and focus on the show.
Bomber's gonna come back with a guitar.
Bomber radio.
Bomber radio.
Like, do you agree though, Rab? Like, I do not want to see Rock and Brock Lesnar
I
at all.
wouldn't mind if it was a match that didn't matter, because
like not a title match.
You know, if it was a title match, I'd be mad. But if it was just like a match that just happened, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
I'm like, I could just see creative sitting in there though, going like Rock
Because
and Brock Lesnar.
It would just replace, you know, Kofi Kingston and, fucking Santino Marella and 3 other random dudes versus, 5 other random dudes.
If they are going to put Cena and Taker in the lower part of the card though, then they're fucking retarded. Like that right now, that is the only match that I am craving to see. That I've been craving to see for years is Cena and Undertaker title versus a streak. That would just be unbelievably good.
I really liked their feud when Cena was first starting out.
Yeah, well, it sucked because I remember that was when Taker's dad passed away. So like he wasn't even at most of them, so they had to come up with like Cena being in the grave and
yeah, but it was great though.
Yeah, well, it was interesting because it kept them apart.
The promos were fantastic.
Yeah, the match wasn't
exactly. Yeah, the match was okay.
Yeah, well, it's because Cena was kind of
that bad.
He wasn't on the level as Taker, so Taker
it was
shit
one
out of him the whole time. But
yeah, I remember the promos being very good. And I know, yeah, you're right. Undertaker wasn't around for a lot of it, but I like the whole Cena coming after him thing.
I wish they would mention that too when it comes into it, but they're not. Like, it would be cool to say that like Cena talks about Taker, like the reason, like Cena's motivation for wanting to end the streak is when Cena first came in, Undertaker crushed him, and now he's gotten to a whole other level, and he wants to prove that he can beat him on the stage.
I hated that they barely talked about Brock and Cena's past when when Brock came back.
Yeah, it was only like a few clips or something they used, and that was about it.
And if you remember, that was like a big thing. Like, I mean, Brock came out on top because Brock had been there a little longer, and Cena was still coming up. But that was like one of the first big feuds that Cena had that like elevated him.
Yeah, well, that's how he came up with his original finisher.
Yeah, that was the FU was based off the F5.
Yeah, they should have really talked about it. Well, I mean, it's just like when they had the Triple H Undertaker, the first rematch at Mania, where they ignored the fact that, what was it, like 6 years prior, they had a match against each other. They didn't talk about it at all. They made it seem like this was the first time they've ever fought one another at WrestleMania. It was like, really? Like, that could have been Triple H's motivation right there. Triple H is like, again, like, you got me when I wasn't as good as I am now, and now I'm going to prove that I can beat you. That, boom, right there. But they seem to love ignoring the past and making things seem fresh and new when they're not. We're not that retarded. I mean, I remember that match. I liked that match a lot. That was my favorite WrestleMania pay-per-view, too, so I'm not going to forget it.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you die? You died.
No, I'm still here. Waiting for Bomber to come back so we can stop talking about this.
I don't know. I'm going to carry this whole thing then. One of the other things that I think is weird on WWE right now is the lack of caring about Caitlyn. Because I like Caitlyn a lot, but I feel like since this is weird. Every time WrestleMania rolls around, like the Divas division, they stop giving a fuck. It's like they just admit that the Divas division means nothing as long as WrestleMania time is going.
Well, I mean, let's see what happens with, now that the Bellas are back. And
yeah, well, that's awkward too, by the way, that one of them has like giant boobs.
Yes. Like one of them has more twin magic than the other one does.
Yeah, twin magic. Yeah, that was. I mean, I can see why they came back though, just because now they're boning two of the top guys.
They came up on the television, and my girlfriend immediately goes like, "What happened to her boobs?"
You guys in the Raging Roundtable yet?
No, we're talking
about boobs again, actually.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that, like, say Daniel Bryan and John Cena are both getting like ridden like in the same bed by them, right?
Wait,
do you think
what?
Do you think Daniel Bryan and John Cena high five each other?
They do. I mean, I would.
John Cena like plays with Daniel Bryan's beard for no reason.
That would awkward.
I think we're ready to move on to the round table, though.
All right. Yeah. So Raging Roundtable time.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
But anyway, yeah. So who wants to start it off?
This is the one where we pick something we're mad about, right?
Of course, yeah.
I think Rab's ready to go.
All right, what are you mad about?
Why is Rab ready to go?
Because you're always ready to go. You're always the one that goes last, so you go first this time.
Fine. I am raging about Rami putting me on the spot. Because I, immediately before we started this, told you I had nothing. And you said, fine, don't worry, you'll go last.
Yep.
Figure it out while we're going on about it.
Yep.
So
All right,
now
Bomber.
here I am with nothing to say. No, I'm not.
All right,
No, this is
Bomber,
it. Now here I am with nothing to say because you've thrown me under the bus. I hate you. I invented this segment. Die.
All right. Well,
Wait.
then I guess I will go then, because I said, like, okay, just to confirm, we had not talked about them taking off El Generico's mask, right?
No.
Okay. I think I said this to somebody else then. Are they allergic to money? Like, is WWE allergic to making money?
I don't know. They're what?
Do they have allergies?
I'm sure they do fine.
I'm pretty sure they do relatively well.
Okay, so they do. They like making money. They like taking a really good idea and using it and making a lot of money. That's something they enjoy doing. Okay, good. I just wanted to confirm that. Apparently, that's not the case, because what the fuck did they do to him? And I know he's a really good wrestler. He's probably, before they signed him, he was the most talented independent wrestler in the world. But no, shut up. He is.
No, Drake Younger.
Thank you.
No, Drake Younger is no. Drake Younger is fun, but he is no
Sammy
El Generico.
Callahan?
No, he's no El Generico. I've seen them wrestle each other. El Generico is totally running circles around him. He's good, but he's not there yet.
Human
And
Tornado.
maybe Sammy might be better later on in his career, but Sammy's still kind of new compared to El Generico in terms of his popularity and stuff. So, but come on, they took the mask off of him. Like, I see the argument that it was a pretty racist gimmick. It's a fun gimmick, but it's pretty offensive towards Mexicans.
Because that stopped WWE before.
Yeah, but that's just it though. That's what I was gonna say next. Really, like, they love racism. They currently are running a thing about racism
So
right
awesome.
now. So it's not that. You can scratch that off the list. That's not why they had him take off the mask. Number two, he didn't want to sign away the gimmick. Okay, I mean, I could see it as being a thing. Why didn't they just change his character around them, but continue to have the same, like, portray the same person? Because they've done that with other people in the past. So basically, they changed him from El Generico to Generic Guy.
Maybe they were afraid to get sued by Nacho Libre.
What's his name, by the way?
It's whatever his real name is.
It's whatever his real name is. I can't remember what it is right now.
Yeah, it's something weird. It's just temporary though, because they want to own whatever the hell he's using. So
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe they thought they were gonna get sued by Nacho Libre.
but again though, why don't they just change his whole gimmick around then? Like, he can still have the mask and have the same character, but he could just look slightly different and have a different name.
And not have orphans to feed.
Yeah, orphans to feed probably.
Oh, come on,
but
that's so
not-
great that they
not
had
the
orphans to
best.
feed. I love that.
Not in the best interests of WWE. But like, just fuck, man. All he is now is he's literally Generic Guy, and if he'll prove me wrong, I'm sure, because he's really good. He's super talented.
Mm-hmm.
He's in order to wrestle with the mask, you have to be really, really good with your facial expressions, like especially like your mouth area and whatnot. So he's gonna have his facial expressions down. Every picture I've seen of him, he's doing like a snarl, like a gnarly face, or like a snarl, or whatever. He's got that part down, but just. He could have been their next Rey Mysterio. And they've been looking for that, too. Like, they want another Rey Mysterio because Sin Cara flopped so fucking hard, and Rey Mysterio himself is a lazy sack of shit. Like, this was their next big baby face.
So you agree that Drake Holly is a better world champion?
Wait, who? Drake, probably, or Drake Holly? Is there
The great Khali?
Oh, Drake Holly.
I really thought you said Drake Holly.
No, yeah, I thought you said
Sorry.
Drake Holly. I was like, Drake Younger and Bob Holly morphed and had some weird child.
The great Khali. So you agree that he's a better world champion than
Nope.
Rey Mysterio?
No, not at all. I said Rey Mysterio's lazy now. I didn't say he was lazy back then.
And even if he was.
Even now, Rey Mysterio, like, do a signing at a Walmart with Rey Mysterio, and then in one location do Great Khali. I guarantee you Rey Mysterio is going to outsell Great Khali easily.
Oh, of course. But Great
So-
Khali will like appreciate every fan. Ray is like, What?
You make it all personal. You don't know anything about Rey Mysterio, and you're just like, oh, I've heard.
Look, fuck Rey
I mean,
Mysterio.
I
He
went to a
is the
signing one
worst
time.
champion.
Okay, fine. I need to admit something to you guys. The reason I don't like Rey Mysterio is I went to a signing one time a couple of years ago, and he literally just like shit in my mouth, and
That's pretty.
he wasn't nice to me, and he didn't even say thank you afterwards.
That's true.
Yeah, no, you're wrong. Still, either way. But it's confusing to me because with the mask, I could see him have easily been the next guy to sell, the million masks to sell. So he could sell masks, T-shirts. He's got the catchphrases. He's got everything, but yet. I don't know. Maybe CM Punk because he's like really good friends with Generico. Maybe he got in his ear and he's like, I think you should like do this on your own and make your own character and be your own man and stuff. But it's like,
Why would CM Punk say that?
I can see it because that's what he keeps saying about Colt Cabana not going into WWE is even though it's bullshit. WWE just doesn't want Colt Cabana, but like CM Punk will come out and be like, I don't want them to change him, and I think he's made himself and he's his own man. And it's like, no, Punk, they just don't want him. Like that's pretty much what it comes down to. They do not want CM Punk. Or Colt Cabana. So it's like, I
gotta say, they must not want him. They must really not want him.
Mm-hmm.
That his best friend is like the guy.
Yeah. And he's come out several times and said that like, oh, we're really close to getting him signed. I think they finally like appreciate him, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
Poor Colt Cabana. Even though I've never really liked Colt Cabana, he's a fun.
I don't like him that much either.
He's a fun, which is surprising because he can do. Well, he's not anymore. He used to do some pretty spectacular matches with some people, but because he was thinner and smaller and younger. Now he just resorts 100% to like Kevin Steen's strategy of I can't really wrestle all that well anymore, so I'm just gonna be really funny.
Yeah, and just side note, just want to put this out there. WrestleCon, CZW is going to be at WrestleCon, and they will be Colt Cabana will be taking on Greg Excellent.
Well, it makes sense that Colt Cabana is there since he can't wrestle all that well.
Just not sure what that means, but basically just want to say that Colt Cabana and Greg Excellent.
By the way, this message was brought to you by CZW's marketing department, which paid us a bag of chips.
Yes.
I don't even know if it was open. It might have been an open bag of chips.
It was a fantastic bag of chips.
Like they found it on the side of the freeway. It had a few pieces left in there, and they're like, "Let's give this to Palmer."
Actually, it was half a bag of Bugles.
Okay, they can afford Bugles.
And on another side note, I Googled, of course this is trademark, we always talk about visual stuff on the podcast. I Googled El Generico Unmasked, and Tosh.0, Daniel Tosh pops up with no shirt on, like one of the top 8
Have you not
pictures.
seen what he looks like without a mask on?
No. I had seen like one picture the other day, but it was really small and blurry and shit.
He looks like a white guy.
Yeah, he almost looks like a ginger.
He's a ginger.
Yeah, he's a ginger.
Here we go. Let's find it.
Yeah, that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, there you go. I found it.
That's what pops up when
He's just generic, like, I don't know. That's what I don't like about it is I haven't seen him wrestle though, so again, like I could be wrong in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there you go. I put one up of him. He just looks like a typical white guy, really, but with ginger. It doesn't look bad or anything. I think he actually has an okay look. If you look at some of his action shots and stuff.
Yeah,
he doesn't look bad, but that must have been tough coming out without a mask the very first time, since he's like he protects his identity pretty well throughout his whole indie career.
Yeah, I've never seen any picture of him before.
Yeah, I seen one. It was like one that was taken backstage at like a concert or something, and somebody leaked it. And I remember on the forum that I was on that they were talking about how low that was that somebody would release that. But
true.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of hope for him because I just know that they're not going to really push him. But Hero and him have a team, and they're supposed to be pretty fun. So I've got to try checking something out of them.
Yeah, I want to see him talk. Like, I want to see what his new, like, the way he talks now.
Yeah, because he can actually cut a promo now. He doesn't have to pretend that he doesn't know English.
Yeah, all fake, just comedy kind of weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that was that was a long one. But mine, you guys actually brought it up.
I don't want to hear you.
What?
We don't want to hear you, Peanut. I want to know what Rab had to say.
Did I just get called Peanut?
You got called Peanut.
Motherfucker, that shit ain't happening. Okay, Rabbie, you go first then. See what you got.
No, I'm not doing that.
He kind of already went, technically. He said he wanted to go about being put on the spot.
I did.
True.
That was my thing.
Ah.
Yep.
No, I invented the Raging Roundtable, and I never said it had to technically be about wrestling.
True.
So I roundtable raged about
Okay.
what you guys did to me. How dare you?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. As long as it's, But basically what mine was, we kind of talked about it before we started recording. I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to pull it up right now, but basically kind of like a little sidebar of last Raging Roundtable for me about The Rock not showing up and people getting all pissed off and stuff. Yeah, well, John Cena. Where was he at?
He was there. He was there.
He was there.
He was in the city. He just wasn't on TV because he had no one to feud with because The Rock was promoting what's the name of the movie? Snitch.
I don't.
The Rock was off. Yes, Snitch.
Is it really Snitch?
Yeah, Snitch.
Oh, that was Snatch.
Is it Snatch? I think it's Snitch.
It's Snitch.
Is it Snitch? Okay.
It can't be Snatch. Wouldn't that be? That would be a little questionable.
Yeah. Okay. I think there's already a movie called Snatch.
So there is already a movie called Snatch.
Couldn't get through it. But anyway, basically, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
So what you're saying is you're raging on The Rock once again not showing up.
No.
Because we have a champion who doesn't show up.
Motherfucker, no.
Like
I'm raging about.
Not even via satellite anymore.
I'm raging about. I haven't heard anybody complain about John Cena.
Because he was there.
He was there.
He wrestled in the dark match.
People don't complain because he wrestled that night for the fans that were there.
Yeah,
that's
so
why
he didn't
complain.
He wrestled in the dark
about
match.
The guy. You can't complain about the guy who showed up. That's why no one's complaining because he was there.
Okay.
Guy.
Well, first of all, I didn't know he wrestled in a dark match.
He did because he loves the fans.
Mm-hmm.
He loves the fans.
And he loves money.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to wrestle.
That's what everybody says about The Rock, though. Oh, he loves money. He's just there for the money.
He is.
That's bull.
No, I know he's there for the ego.
No,
he's not there for the money.
He's there for the money, and he's there for the fact that it saved his movie career because he was going down the dumps before he came back.
I will fight anyone to the death about him being there just for the money.
Okay, let's take the money away and see how much he's wrestling.
I actually think you're both wrong.
Okay, why do you think he's there?
I don't think he's there for the money, and I think he's there for his ego.
Oh, that's why I said
that's agreeing with me.
Well, I said half of the reason is for the money because I'm guaranteed they're paying him more than anybody else that's there right now.
Oh, of course.
And the other half is because his movie career was just fucking falling apart. Like he was getting nothing.
That's not agreeing with me. I don't think it was either of those things.
Well, he said his movie career is falling apart, so he came back so that it would, one, boost his ego and make him look better, and two, it would save his movie career.
But it didn't. It didn't save his movie career.
Yeah, it did. It totally did.
It was no. At
he
the
was
same
doing
time,
nothing.
He did Fast 5.
So?
That's what saved his movie career. Fast 5 saved his movie career.
No,
it's a good
not
movie.
Being in today.
But see, you can't really say that it was just the movie because he came back before Fast 5, and that basically, like, wrestling fans were like, oh, okay, well, The Rock's back, so now I want to support him in his movie career because he was getting shit roles before that.
There's no quantitative proof of that.
I can agree with that. I like your use of big words. So
yeah, he had it wrote down. He was like, "I'm gonna make sure I fit this in at some point."
Quantitative. I used it one time in the SATs, and this is my second time.
You know what?
We can agree to disagree then, because I think you're sexy.
Well, you know what? You guys have.
You know how I feel about you.
You guys have completely butt fucked my roundtable, by the way.
I mean,
that's not the only thing we
talked about it. Yeah, we like butt fucking. So.
Yeah. So, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm still mad about it. Fuck it. Okay. I don't care.
Well, I mean, you can be mad. I mean, your roundtable is the fact that he didn't show up, and it's like almost mania.
Mine was not about him. I'm not at all mad at that. Mine is about the people, the people that get so mad about The Rock not being there. Then I was gonna say, well, why aren't those fucking people mad that Cena wasn't there?
Because those people know Cena was there.
Well.
Yeah. I don't think anybody was really mad that Rock wasn't there, though. I didn't hear anybody that was super mad about it.
I've seen many people complain about.
I hadn't seen it at all, actually.
I believe it was my Raging Roundtable last week.
Yeah, fuck you, because you added it in. But no, a lot of people got mad at that. I've talked to a lot of people on that.
That's just like Peanut, though, to pick a roundtable that's irrelevant.
Yeah. Good job, Peanut.
No, what? Mine wasn't irrelevant at all. What are you talking about?
I like that he accepted that he's Peanut.
You've crushed it. I haven't accepted shit. Where is that motherfucker at, by the way?
I don't know.
He's right here. He's right here hosting the show.
No.
Yeah, he fell asleep.
No, Jesus Christ. All right. You guys got anything else to talk about before we wrap this up?
Nope.
Everybody just nope.
I mean, it's been kind of a slow week, which is weird since it's WrestleMania week. Usually there's a lot to talk about. There's really nothing to talk about.
Well, the thing is that this last Raw really surrounded itself with Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer, yeah, which should have. That was a good call.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys see that Punk tweeted a picture of the urn in his refrigerator?
No, did he actually tweet that?
Well,
I saw it, but I heard it was Photoshopped.
Yeah,
by someone else.
Really? I think I could see him totally doing that though.
I could too, but I heard it was Photoshopped by someone else.
Oh, that disappoints me.
Really?
If it was real, that'd be epic. Because it's just he's done other stuff besides WWE title too. He's supposed to like miscellaneous things in his fridge for no reason.
It's like, I don't know. That's borderline right there. That's borderline.
Them using Paul Bearer in the feud is fucking borderline since the guy literally died.
No, yeah,
to me, it's not really borderline at all because he's one of those guys.
No, using the feud's not, but fucking the whole that is Paul Bearer's symbol. That's like basically represents him. Putting him fucking in the refrigerator. That's kind of fucked up.
That's awesome.
I mean, no. In a heel point of view, that's fucking phenomenal. That is straight great heel shit. But that's kind of like wow.
They should.
I don't know. Paul Bearer to me is one of those guys that seems like he would have no problem being used to forward. It's like Jerry Lawler. Like Jerry Lawler, if Jerry Lawler died, and they had used Jerry Lawler dying as Punk heat, in heaven Jerry Lawler would have been fine with it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people. This is
the guy who used his own dead mom.
A lot of people had said though that even if he wasn't okay with it, it's kind of like, do you really tell like Vince McMahon and creative no to something? Because then you're kind of in the doghouse, even if they understand, because you're just not willing to go along with it. So I could see that.
Jerry Lawler let his own dead mom be part of a thing.
Who knows if he let him though? Maybe Michael Cole's just a douchebag and he's always making dead Jerry Lawler mom jokes.
So did the Big Show. Remember him and Big Boss Man?
Yeah, but Big Show's dad didn't actually die.
Big Show's dad didn't die. That wasn't real.
I know, but I was just, it was awesome.
God, Peanut, what is going on with you today?
No, that was one of the most memorable things. I remember him jumping on the casket and driving when Big Boss Man just laughing his ass off.
But that wasn't his actual dad.
Yeah, it wasn't his real dad,
you understand?
Calm down. Just think.
I'm saying that was hilarious.
Like, is this what happens when you host the show?
Yeah, apparently he just reverts back to original.
Hey, no,
Peanut.
I'm not gonna be a little bitch and let you steamroll over me. I wasn't trying to do anything. I know. I'm just saying that was fucking hilarious.
Rab, he's original Peanut.
Yeah.
No,
that's what we'll call you. Here, OP.
Exactly, OP.
OP? I don't want to hear that term.
OP.
Don't want to hear that term.
I wanted Punk to be up on stage though with the urn and say he pours the ashes all over his body and starts rubbing himself sexually.
I thought he was gonna pour him out.
That would have been pretty awesome.
I don't think are we supposed to believe that there are ashes in that urn?
No, I don't think so. It's just the representation. But it would have been awesome if his ashes were actually in there and he just poured them out.
Because those, that's not his urn. That's the urn he held. He wasn't in it when he held it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but just imagine though how awesome that would be great. Just as he's pouring the ashes on himself, you hear Punk just go, "Oh yes!"
Oh my god.
Also, let's mention one last thing. The Miz does the worst Paul Bearer impression on the planet.
Oh yeah, and Dolph Ziggler's is really impressive.
Dolph Ziggler's is good.
Never heard any of
well, they showed it, in the little video package at the beginning of Raw.
I missed that.
They had both Dolph and Miz do an impression.
I always missed the first.
Dolph's was fantastic. Yeah. Miz's was the worst. And I was telling my girlfriend, it's really not that hard to do a Paul Bearer impression.
No, it's not.
And somehow the Miz completely messed it up.
Yeah, if he was a heel though, Miz would have gotten it right.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, because face Miz does everything wrong.
I couldn't do it, by the way. I couldn't do it.
Oh, it's so easy though. You just basically don't have any shame in your voice.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, it's a specific kind of high pitch. I can't do a high pitch sound.
Oh, because you're just too cool, right?
No, I can't.
He's too cool. He's too much. He's Brian Christopher Scott.
I can't, motherfucker. I can't.
He's OP.
I used to have a backyard wrestler where I used to do it, but I was younger.
He's Rikishi.
Yeah, OP. Right there.
Fuck both of you. Plugs right now. Go.
Java Radio.
No. Who's got plugs? Who's got plugs for me?
I want to put a big plug shout out to the original OP, the Peanut, the man who is currently hosting this podcast. Bomber, done a great job there, OP.
Wow. Rab.
I would like to plug Matt Zion.
Jesus Christ.
You should plug my plug.
I want to plug him hard.
And it comes full circle. Full circle. This is how we started the show. This is how we end it.
Yeah, you plug it, baby. You plug it hard.
Beautiful. Yes. For everybody listening, you better stick around first of all because Shooting from the Hip, 1 year on the network, TWR network. Can I
ask something real quick? Are we,
of course,
the least professional show on the network?
Are we the least professional as far as organization? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like these guys, they got like the rant. He's got like all kinds of news headlines. He's got picked out for like news things and everything. I don't know how they work at randomness. I don't know. They go over the shows, so yeah, they're pretty structured.
What happens if somebody actually shoots him in the hip?
I do not know.
He shoots from the hip.
Yeah, no, I know, but like if somebody
people.
shoots him in the hip, though, does that mean the show's canceled?
The show must go on. And I'm pretty sure Sean Big Daddy Brown can take.
Well, shooting from the shoulder then. Shooting from the shoulder holster.
Then I will get a gun and I will finish this. He's like, he goes to Bomber. He's like, Bomber, your man made a threat towards my life.
You're man. You're my man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not. I'm your man, baby.
That's right.
Oh.
You're all my bitches.
Not Rab though. I'm sorry, Rab. I'm doing a gay heel turn.
Gay heel turn.
I'm gonna start having sex with Bomber.
Okay. We can not.
I don't know if his girlfriend, whose name is Jessica, would enjoy that.
It's all right, Rab. I'll send you her, and then Bomber will be all right.
I'll send you her over.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send her over.
Rami,
Red Rover.
Rami, what's your girlfriend's name?
Lori. She's actually on the show sometimes. I don't know how often you watch, but she pops in sometimes.
Never.
That's okay. It's okay. When you come down here, though, I'm gonna have you on the show, and we're gonna hurt you.
Absolutely. That's fine. I'll eat something terrible and.
All right. Cool.
And I will react horribly because I don't have a good stomach for that.
Oh, don't worry. I'll give you the worst of the worst.
Yeah, and it's gonna be terrible.
And we're gonna do in like 2 months.
Who's that little bitch that was on your show, like vomiting everywhere?
In like 2 months, we're gonna go to Bug Fair, so I'm freaking out. I'm not excited about that at all. It's literally like a giant expo, and they give you lots of live bugs.
Yeah, I've seen you handle live things. Not pretty.
Oh, I'm gonna be in the middle of like a couple thousand people just going like.
The funny thing is, I picture me handling it the exact same way you do, crying like a little bitch.
Oh yeah, no way. The
same.
The worst thing that ever happened was when we did the live crawfish, I think, and I thought mine was dead, and I went to like touch him, and he jumped right in front of me. Oh my god, it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I don't know. I ate a cricket once, and that was not a good time.
It's not a pleasant experience knowing.
No, they're still alive and they move, and then you bite down to kill them.
Oh yeah, they fight.
Yeah, but they fight. It's not good.
It's much better when it's already dead, like McDonald's, and it's already done.
McDonald's doesn't really give me crickets.
I'm down to eat some horse meat. They've been saying that Taco Bell wants to use horse meat, and so is McDonald's.
Yeah.
So like,
I'm sure it's
horse meat is illegal in the United States.
No, but they're talking about trying to get it not banned anymore because there's so many horses that just get put down and never used. And I guess the meat's supposed to taste the same as a regular burger.
Yeah, like I live in Miami, and Cubans eat horse meat like traditionally.
Yeah.
And so once a year, there's a news story about like some Cuban getting arrested for like underground horse meat bullshit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, why is it underground though? Because they literally put down like tons of horses, and the meat did go to waste. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, I don't give a
Animals, shit. I don't know why horses are like more special than a cow, for instance.
The best wrestling podcast of all time.
This is the TWR Network. I'm telling you, they got anything and everything you need. It's twrnetwork.com. We got all kinds of the latest news posts. We got great opinion pieces by Brian Cookie Cook and several other of our writers on there. If anybody says they work harder than Paul Jordan in the wrestling news business website industry, I don't know if that's industry or not, but if anybody says they work harder than that man, I want them to come to me so I can take out my little knife, stab him in the stomach, because it's not true. It's not possible. That guy is the hardest working guy on the planet, let alone on the internet. And he does a great job. We are very humble. We appreciate everything he does for us. Like I said, we got all kinds of new stuff on the site. And if you're not there just for the news, guess what? We got a 24/7 network. We're talking The Rant comes on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. every Tuesday night. You got Double A, you got Problem Child, and they usually bring on plenty of guests. If you want, you can call in on the show. You can be a guest on the show. They go for hours on end talking about anything you want to know about wrestling. They got wrestling, they got plenty of food talk. They got all the news in Florida that goes on. I'm just saying, if you're a wrestling fan, Tuesday night, 8 p.m., that is where you need to be, twrnetwork.com. Get in the chat and listen live and chat it up with everybody. It's a great time. And then, leaving a little Tuesday night to move on to the next day. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, by the way. All these time zones are Eastern. What's going on? What's happening then? Well, first of all, you got Jabba Radio. You got Peanut, who is a worthless fuck. You got Bomber, who's, pretty decent. I can say that. You got Matt Zion, who, yeah, he's Matt Zion. He eats shit. And you got Rab, who, you know what? He's here every once in a while. We'll say about the 30% of the time he's here. We have a lot of fun on the show. I mean, you know what we're about. I don't even know why I gotta plug us, because if you're listening, you know what's going on. But we are part of what we call a double-sider on Wednesday. We're the first half. We're like the appetizer, if you will. Because the main course comes on at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're talking Shooting from the Hip, the original Dan Phelps, Michael Classic, and the one, the only Sean Big Daddy Brown. These guys are really awesome. They are funny. They put us to shame, actually, in the entertainment department. I don't even know why we still put on a show. It is depressing. Every time I listen to Shooting from the Hip, they're just so good. They do all kinds of shows. Those guys are awesome. I love listening to them. They're a great show. If you guys are just sticking around for us, you're stupid. You stay on the network right now. You stay in the chat and you listen, because those guys know what it's about and they know how to put on a good show. And then Thursday night, the TNT Wrestling Power Hour. Now at 10 o'clock, they do NXT. That's way too many fucking T's, by the way. They got Tom Tyler at 10 o'clock. NX what? T. I'm telling you. All right, but anyway, they do a really good show. Tell you all about the up-and-comers getting ready to come in the WWE. Do a really good show. Good stuff, as long as, Tyler makes it to the show, because he likes to sleep. But anyway, then Friday we got TGIX. I always kind of mess that up, but TGIX, thank God it's extra. You don't know what you're going to get on that show. I'm telling you, sometimes they cover controversial network topics, a little bit of drama that goes on here. They talk about you have no idea what's going to go on, and it's always a good show. You don't know who's going to host. It could be Double A, it could be Dan, it could be Jason, it could be Justin. There's no telling. You get anybody and everybody. Just you got to tune in, and if you don't catch it live, the only way to listen to it's on Extra. But if you listen to this, I know you already are an Extra member. I know it. And if you're not, shame on you. Go stab yourself in the eyeball and then subscribe. And that leads us right into Saturday night. We're talking about the double header as opposed to the double-sider. First of all, we got the Massey brothers, Justin and Jason Massey. These guys, they go on for hours. They'll bring on a couple guests every once in a while, see what's going on. But they'll cover everything. They cover every show. They break down each show, what happened, what you could have missed during the week. Every show, not just Raw and SmackDown. They actually do, believe it or not. They cover a little TNA. As terrible as that sounds, they cover TNA. They even talk about video games. They talk about everything. They talk about life, basically. If you want to listen to life, if you want to know what your life is about, you listen to Wrestling Randomness. And maybe learn a thing or two. And if you don't listen to them, you're crazy. Because right after, they lead right into the Wrestling Call-In Show with William Morgan, who, if you didn't know it, the man also is into the indie stuff, just like me. He's into the indie scene. He's got anybody who calls in. You can call in if you want. It's the show for the fans. It's at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know if I said that, but I just said it again if I did. You guys need to really check them out. It's a really good show. Just like every show, I don't think I can say it enough. Every single show on the network is awesome. TWR Network. It's a great network. You need to step it up. Like us on Facebook. Follow everybody on Twitter. All right, guys. Well, that's about it. We're going to hand it on over to the other guys that are probably going to do a much better job than we just did.
OP.
See ya.